Welcome back to Auto Profit Daily, and we're going to continue talking about your email content by talking about the hook. So we talked about the bait, which is your subject line, getting people to open your email, and now that they've opened it, that very first sentence has got to hook them in and want them to continue reading that email. So what is the hook? What does it actually do? Well, your hook is your big why. It's the benefit. It's the reason the reader should want the product. It's got to get them enthused about it. It's got to demand their attention. It has to capture their attention. And in the words of my favorite mentor, it's got to smack them over the head with a 2x4. That's something I learned. It's something I tell all of my students. That first sentence of your email has got to smack them over the head with a 2x4. It's also your pre-sales pitch. So what I like to think about with my hook is that if I only had one sentence to explain why someone should pick up the product, what am I going to say? You need to think about your hook in the exact same way. If your email was only allowed to be one sentence long, what would you say to actually get someone to want to buy the product? So I have 5 ways that I like to write my hooks, and there's tons of different other ways you can do it. You can use case studies and stuff like that, but here's my 5 recipes that I like to use when I'm writing a hook. So the first one is step-by-stepping, okay? That's basically where we break down the benefits to following the steps of the strategy. So here's one that I sent out when I was an affiliate for the 3-week diet. The simple 4-step system helps you lose at least 15 pounds in 21 days, guaranteed. Very simple, one sentence. If I am someone who's interested in diet and weight loss, which I would be if I was on this list, that's immediately going to capture my attention. All right, let's move on and look at it. The secrets revealed hooked. So what we're going to do is talk about how the benefit of the product can be followed in a roadmap or a blueprint or a strategy or something like that that nobody else has seen before. Okay, so an example of that here, I was mind blown when JK showed me. He's revealing his secret roadmap that made him $500 a day last month without selling anything. That was a hook that I used with a JV partner when I was launching a product about pay-per-call marketing a couple of months ago. All right. My next hook, using the how-to. So how to accomplish a goal without whatever pain point you might have, okay? So this video shows anyone how to lose 15 pounds in 21 days and how to keep it off in the future. Again, this is for the 3-week diet, that product I mentioned in the step-by-stepping hook. So I was linking to a video. It shows how to lose 15 pounds in 21 days and how to keep it off in the future. So how to accomplish a goal, losing 15 pounds in 21 days without the pain point. Okay, most people have gone through a diet, you might have felt it yourself, is that after you lose some weight, you put it back on. Okay, so the pain point is kind of how to keep it off. So this video is going to show you how to accomplish that goal and how to avoid that pain point. All right, the next hook is the desire and plan. This one is really, really effective. You want to create the desire of a goal, okay, the desire of some kind of outcome, and then you want to show how the product actually creates a plan to get you to that goal. This is probably the most effective one, but it can be the most tricky to write as well. So if you want to see $47, $97, and $147 transactions in your PayPal account every day, well, I should say every day, then you need to follow this blueprint, right? So that's a really effective desire and plan. The desire is to have $47, $97, and $147 transactions in the PayPal account. How do you get there? Well, you need to follow this blueprint, and the blueprint obviously is whatever product it would be that we were linking to, right? And the last one here is the basic one. The big, bold, simple, product does XYZ, guaranteed to get you there. Okay, these voicemail scripts will have your cold leads calling you back and begging you to become your client, guaranteed. All right, so you need to think about how the main benefit, the overall goal of that product, how you're going to convey that in one sentence. Now, like I said, there's other ways that you can do that. You don't have to use these 5. I didn't talk about case studies in here. I didn't talk about, if there's a 60-day guarantee or something like that. You can always incorporate that kind of stuff too, but these are the 5 ways that I like to do this. And if I could only choose one of these that I wanted to use, it would probably be the desire and plan. I think it's the most effective and it's the most impactful, and it really makes me personally want to continue reading that email. The easiest one to do is probably just the basic, right? You take the basic benefit of the product and how it's going to do XYZ, whatever that may be, all right? So that's how we basically take the hook. We want to boil down that product into a 1-sentence pre-sales pitch, but you'll notice we don't mention the product here, right? I'm not going to be saying, hey, pick up Auto Profit Daily because it's a great product. I'm not going to say that. This is just a hook to kind of explain the benefit. It's the big reason, the why you should want to look at that product. So let's go into Microsoft Word. I'm going to write the hook for the 250 online everyday product that I'm going to be promoting in an email out to my list. So let's jump in and start working on that. So we're back on the sales page for Kenny and Cameron's product, the 250 online everyday product. The reason I came over here is that I want to grab some of the headlines from the page, because that's going to help me think of a few power words, a few trigger words really that people are going to see when they come onto the sales page here. It's going to give me a kind of a starting point. So I'm going to copy this headline here, and I'm going to just paste it in and take out the formatting. Let's go back over here and let's grab this headline as well. I usually like to grab 2 or 3. Paste that one in there as well. And the reason that we're grabbing these, like I said, is just that we want to have like a starting point. Like I like to think of these as seeds from which we can, maybe grow a great idea for a hook. So let's go and grab the third one here, take out the formatting there. So we kind of want to use some of the same language that we see here, because if someone likes this language, if this is kind of triggering them to want the product, then when they get onto the sales page, using those same phrases and seeing that same language is going to trigger them to want to buy as well. So that's very important. So the hook here. Now, my subject line, I said 3 unique tricks how Kenny and Cam flipped a rookie into a pro. I need to make sure that my hook kind of follows the same idea, right? So if I'm talking about 3 unique tricks in the subject line, I need to reference that in the hook, right? I've got to have some kind of reference to that. So I'm going to go with the step-by-step hook. So I'm going to say 3 steps that. Actually, you know what? Let's change this. Let's go 3. I like this phrase here, fail-proof. Just here from this first headline, 3 fail-proof steps guaranteed to fill your bank account with 250 paydays starting within 24 hours. 3 fail-proof steps. A rookie marketer used to. We'll change this around a little bit later. Actually, no, 3 steps. There we go. 3 steps that flipped a rookie marketer and filled his account. This is going to be tweaked as well. It sounds clunky already. And filled his account with $250 paydays in just 24 hours. This email shows you how. Oh, sorry, this needs a little bit of work. 3 fail-proof steps that flipped a rookie marketer and filled his account with $250 paydays in just 24 hours. This email shows you how. Let's tweak this around. And filled his account with $250 paydays. This email shows you how to do it. How to do it in 24 hours. How's that? 3 fail-proof steps that flipped a rookie marketer and filled his account with $250 paydays. This email shows you how to do it in 24 hours. That's not bad. Brand new bulletproof way, newbie-friendly way to make $250 per day without product creation traffic. 3 unique tricks how Kenny and Cam flipped a rookie into a pro. 3 fail-proof steps that flipped a rookie marketer and filled his account with 250 paydays. This email shows you how to do it in 24 hours. Okay, I'm actually pretty happy with that. So I might tweak it a little bit as we get into the body, which is what we're going to focus on in the next video. But I think for the most part, I'm pretty happy with that. So move on to the next video. That's where we're going to get into the reel. So the actual meat of the email, the body of the email. Surprisingly, that's actually the least important part. A lot of people are surprised to learn that. This right here, the hook and the subject, that's about 60% of the work done, okay? If your subject line and your hook are really good, you're about 60% of the way to actually getting them to go ahead and make that click. And if you've got a high converting sales page, that's going to be very likely to turn into sales for you. So think of it this way, the products that we're promoting, those platinum offers, they have an EPC of about $1 or more. So every time someone clicks, that's potentially worth $1 for you. So if getting these two parts right here is 60% of the work done to get people to click, then you're basically 60% of the way to making $100, $200 based on how many times people will actually go and open your email and click the link. So the body here, we're going to spend a lot less time on this because, like I said, it is the least important part. People usually read the subject line, the hook, and they'll skip right down to the bottom. So we're not going to spend a ton of time on that. But I will see you in the next video. That is our next focus.